Awesome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where we're coming from. Live here at the ATRA studios at ATRA Research and Training Facility here in beautiful China Grove, Texas. My name is Lance Wiggins, Executive Director with ATRA. And with me today is Mr. Keith Clark, our Technical Director. Keith, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great, Lance.
Outstanding. We're about an hour late here getting to some announcements, but we want to talk a little bit more about Expo. I know that I'm rocking my Mr. T, otherwise known as the Mr. Transmission hairdo today. I pity the fool if you haven't gotten your Expo tickets and your rooms already done. I'll give you the get it done today. Uh, this year's curriculum at the Powertrain EXPO is very unique, something much different than what we've done in the past. We're going to be having a basic to intermediate set of sessions, and then we're also going to have an intermediate to advanced set of sessions. So if you wanted to bring your entire shop, we'd love for everybody to come at the same time. But if you decide that you want to split the shop in a particular day, say send a couple of guys on Thursday and then or Friday and then go home for the weekend, or send somebody for Friday through Saturday and potentially into Sunday, you can do that as well. So we kind of want to talk a little bit about the intermediate, basic and intermediate information. So this is for your R&R guys, your greenhorns, guys who've been in your shop for 2, 3, 4 years or so. And I've got a special announcement that I want to talk about too for Saturday. So let me write that down here. There. Okay. First up, we've got Thursday session. We've got Aaron Golis from Moveris. Aaron has a long-standing career in the automotive industry, and he is tasked with the training content aimed at shops installing remanufactured transmissions. He's going to start off our Thursday 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. class on the automatic transmission R&R boot camp. Tell us a little bit more about what we can expect there, Keith.
All right, yes. Aaron is really bringing a very unique perspective to Expo this year, which is great. Going from the R&R side of things and the things that are necessary for an R&R technician to effectively deliver the job correctly from the very beginning, because the first touch, as we all know, is very important, extremely important. So he's going to go over the handling of the transmission, especially cooler lines, things like cooler lines, electrical connectors. He's going to go over tools that are necessary for a technician to be efficient and do the job right, because you don't want that technician that's going to grab the wiring harness by like it's a handful of hair and shake it and wiggle it out. Again, that's something that can definitely and will ruin a job and cause comebacks.
Are you trying to tell me that we don't use pry bars to get the connectors off anymore? That's not a thing?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking.
No. So, and we're going to be looking at the later model units, 6, 8, and 10 speed units. So those are the ones where if you don't pay attention to detail, it will eat your lunch over and over again. So we're really looking forward to Aaron walking us through that.
Yeah, it's going to be great to have Aaron there. Second up on that same Thursday, I believe that's correct. Yeah, Thursday session from 10:30 to 12:30. We got Dan Marinucci. Now, Dan's been a long-time friend of ATRA. I believe this is Dan's 30th consecutive appearance at the ATRA's Powertrain EXPO. He's written for Motor Magazine. He's written for Tire Business. He's written for Gears Magazine. Dan brings a perspective unlike any other. He's been in the business a very long time, and his perspective on electrical problems is top notch and very professional. He's going to be talking about down to ground. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, yeah, Dan. He definitely brings a lot of history to ATRA's Expo, and he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of hands-on workmanship as far as diagnosing electrical circuits. And we all know electrical is one of the biggest things that's been a problem in the transmission industry now moving forward. Dan's going to walk us through the importance of making good tests and what good testing looks like. So It's going to be not just theory, it's reality as far as how to test the ground and make sure that we got good grounds for these vehicles.
Yeah, getting back to the foundation of diagnosing, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise known as the fundamentals, right?
Fundamentals.
That's right. We also have a guest speaker that'll be here with us from 4:30 to 6:30. Going to be talking a little bit about understanding the 6L from ground level up. So from diagnostics data and practical insights. What are we going to be looking at as far as what they're going to be seeing at this class?
Well, yes, our guest speaker, he comes with a lot of experience as well, a lot of industry experience. It's more so going to be how to read the data that's on your scan tool and make an efficient test drive with that data, because we all know that when a vehicle comes into the shop, getting that vehicle in and understanding what's going on with that vehicle as far as the PIDs, the inputs and the outputs, so we can understand before we take the transmission out, because we know the car is going to be our best dyno.
Yeah.
And when we get the transmission on the bench, we're in resolution mode. So we're going to go through, our guest speaker is going to take us through very important information as far as reading that data and reading the information so that we can get to the bottom, know what we're going to do with that transmission when it comes out.
So these are the three classes that are the basic to intermediate courses for Thursday. Going into Friday session, we do have a Spanish session in Maria. Is it Aranzo? How
Maria Arazo.
Arazo? Okay. Maria is she's a mechanical engineer. I mean, super smart. Master in international business. She's an entrepreneur, a trainer. She's trained in all kinds of different countries: Ecuador, Colombia, Chile, Mexico, Venezuela, Argentina, Guatemala, and Uruguay. So tell us a little bit about what they should expect there. And then a little bit later on, I'm going to bring Jonathan over, and he'll be talking to our Spanish listeners so they can understand what she'll be going through. So what's she going to be talking about?
Great. Yes, I'm really excited about Maria coming this year. She's going to bring a Spanish course that's going to be going into the challenges of diagnosing and repairing the 10R80s and the CVTs. So with limited resources. Yeah. So this is going to be something that's very much geared towards the South American, Central American, Mexican area, because they do have limited resources when they get these vehicles down there. They don't have everything that we have access to. Yeah. So she's going to be coming in a very real way as far as how they can get into these units and successfully diagnose them and fix them and know that they fix them, not just guessing. Yeah. So again, this is going to be a Spanish course. We're really excited about Maria bringing this information.
We've got Spanish courses both Friday and Saturday, by the way. So for all of our Spanish-speaking members, non-members alike, Facebook followers, Instagram followers, X followers, LinkedIn followers, we look forward to seeing you there on those days. So that pretty much does it for our basic to intermediate. Now, the next set of courses we're going to talk about are the intermediate to advanced. So these are also there's some basic information that's in here, and we really want to encourage everyone to find a spot, gather some more information, because of course power is knowledge, knowledge is power, and time is money, right? So Wednesday is our kickoff show with Jimmy Taylor and Drake Oy. Jimmy Taylor has been a long time ATRA member prior to coming to work with ATRA. He's one of our technical speakers, also a technical advisor. His career in the transmission industry started at the young age of 13, which I think technically that might be illegal, but it's seen as he was in Alaska. Who knows? I don't know. Worked with his dad at his shop, sweeping R&R, rebuilding, diagnostics, customer interaction. One of our good guys here at ATRA. He'll be there with Drake Oy. Drake is one of our technical advisors, been in the industry for a very long time, over 25 years experience. Graduated from Texas State Technical College back in the day, and he's also one of our speakers as well. So they're going to be talking about diagnosing and resolving automotive electrical issues and their impact on transmission operation. What can we expect?
Oh, this is going to be a information-packed session. You definitely don't want to miss this one. As a matter of fact, we're doing 2 times. I got ahead of
So the best part about this is if you can't make the Wednesday session, it will be repeated on Sunday. So one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we did, especially coming off the holiday weekend, if you're not going to spend it here in San Antonio, is to allow you guys to come in on a Thursday, if that's the way that it works for you guys, and then still have this particular show on repeating on Sunday. So there's your plug.
Okay, great, thank you. Hey, well, this is the course here is going to go into how external factors affect the operation of the transmission, even more so with the 8, 10, 9-speed transmissions. And they're going to go into electrical system compromises, where, a weak battery, where we might not, think too much about the vehicle starting up, kind of a little bit slow, and then the transmission's malfunctioning.
Right.
So this is going to be something, they're going to take a deep dive into some real cases as far as how this balance is a very fine dance when we deal with transmission-related problems as it relates to other drivability or functional systems that are around
and that seems to be one of the things we talked about just a couple days ago. Was somebody had a code, said he searched it up online, said it was a rear wheel speed sensor. Had nothing to do with it. It was not. It was a torque converter issue all the way. So this ought to be a great class. Yeah. So Thursday's session, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, we got Eric Ziegler. Eric he's done many different shows, from the ATG to Vision to Apex to SEMA. He's a huge speaker. He looks like the guy from Crosby, Stills and Nash. He'll tell you that. He'll probably have a picture of himself on there. He's the owner of Easy Diagnostic Services, and automotive diagnostic business specializing in module reprogramming, drivability diagnostics, electrical network issues, key cutting, et cetera, et cetera. The man has got a huge amount of knowledge. He's doing 2 sessions back to back, and he's doing on the logistical diagnostic decisions for drivability dilemmas. Try saying that fast 3 times. So this session is going to go Thursday from 8 to 10, and then 10:30, 12:30. Now, I just want to point something out. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, for your technical needs, we have 2 tracks, right? So they're running simultaneously. And what we did was we made sure that neither track would conflict with one another. And if they happen to conflict with one another because you want to see both, you can. We'll have it recorded. We'll have the PowerPoint presentation. We'll also have the speaker recorded. So you'll have the opportunity to catch both programs after the fact. But again, the opportunity will be there. So tell us a little bit about what Eric's going to be talking about here.
Yeah, I'm exceptionally excited about this one because this one goes beyond the fundamentals. I like to say going beyond the diagnostic trouble codes and the trouble trees. It actually introduces a thought process for the technicians when they got to the end of the trouble tree and they still got a problem, don't have a resolution. And instead of throwing parts at it, we're looking at systems and how to develop a way to eliminate different areas and different systems so we can focus on where the problem is and find that weasel, if you will, that's trying to elude us.
Verify what works.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, we are live, so if you have any questions, any comments, you can post them up there. Our engineer John is right behind the screen there. He'll allude us to the question, ask the question. We can answer it for you right here live if you'd like as well. So thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate this. So Thursday, Francisco Moreno and Brian Bay. Francisco's spoken at many expos for us. He is one of the lead technicians and trainers for ZF, for ZF the aftermarket. Brian, don't know if Brian has spoken with us before. He may have.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. Okay. He's also a technical trainer with the ZF Group, specializing in automotive product installation and diagnostics. Uh, Draws on over 20 years of mechanical expertise gained in various automotive dealerships. So we're looking forward to having them there. They're going to be talking about ZF transmission diagnostics. And we all know that the ZF transmission is no longer just a BMW thing, right?
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, yes. This was another area that came up, and again, I use a lot of feedback from other technicians as far as understanding the logic behind ZF transmissions and how to diagnose them, and especially what they're looking at on the scan tool when they have all this data in front of them. And actually, with starting with the 6 speeds, 8 speeds, 9 speeds, they're going to go through and walk through the Generation 4 applications, and they're going to explain how, what this information means on their scan tools, how to diagnose, and there's so much information in there that tells about the condition of the transmission without even taking it out.
Yeah.
And knowing what you're looking at, knowing what good looks like and knowing what bad looks like will help the technicians really expand their tools as far as diagnosing.
You know how technology has increased. Just to think about, some 20 years ago, looking at a brick or a scan tool and only having digital dots, and now it's fully colored, and yeah, that's going to be a great class.
Oh yeah.
Staying on Thursday, we got Mark Wheeler. Mark is an AFC Master Tech, brings over 30 years of experience in the transmission industry with a passion for education. Mark also is one of the WIT speakers. He'll be talking about HP tuning for GM, Ford 6, 8, and 10 speeds. Talk to us about how advantageous that is these days, right?
Oh yes. These are units that can really eat your lunch as far as just the nitpicking things. A lot of noise, vibration, and harshness complaints. They're gonna take us through. Actually, Mark's gonna take us through all the details behind programming and tuning that can actually remedy a lot of those noise, vibration, and harshness complaints, as well as increase the shift drivability of the transmissions. Because again, from the factory, they're designed to get the maximum fuel efficiency.
Yep.
But then after they're out of warranty, the customer wants the thing to drive nice.
Right. Yeah.
So,
he doesn't like the slip shifts. Come on, man.
Exactly.
We like that. Yeah. Okay. Staying with that Thursday afternoon. This is one of the last classes here Thursday afternoon. We have our good friends from Sonics, Bob Warnke and Jim Dial. Of course, Bob has been in the industry for a very long time. He has been presenting in the industry since 1981. He's currently a consultant for Sonics. But more importantly, one of the things I wanted to bring out and talk about, this is a little pitch, was Bob is dedicated to his nonprofit organization called Heaven on Rice Creek, and it's heavenonricecreek.org. This is a retreat center dedicated to the support of grieving individuals, youth mentoring programs, and sabbaticals for ministry teams and leaders. Bob, this is very close to my heart. I appreciate you doing that. I think that deserves a small plug. Jim Dial is been in the industry for well over 40 years. He is a super speaker, a great transmission technical information kind of guy. He's currently a technical specialist with Sonics, working on research and development and assisting with the design of transmission valve kits, developing hydroelectric tests for remanufactured valve bodies. Prior to his 9 years with Sonics, Jim was a shop owner, a rebuilder, and also you may know him from ATSG with 20 years, writing repair manuals, hydraulic circuit manuals, and speaking at seminars. Both Bob and Jim are going to bring a dynamic duo, if you will. They're going to deep dive into the 8, 9, and 10 speed hydraulics, operation, circuitry, and failure prevention. Talk to me. This is like the holy grail of hydraulic guys right now.
Oh, yes. And we need them at a time like this because the game has changed for the 8, 9, and 10 speed hydraulics. Again, we were used to the old spring and pressure regulator and balance oil and all that fun stuff. They changed the game, and you got to be there to get the rest of the story here. That's all I've got to say on that. Also, they're going to bring, a lot of the failures that they're experiencing with these new valve bodies, these the new hydraulics. And again, there's a lot of things happening here, and it's not the way it used to be.
Yeah.
So you can't handle these valve bodies the way they used to be.
So, and I think also that even if you program the system with the pressure regulations they have, you still could have problems and mechanical actual problems in the valve body. Right?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be great. That's going to finalize your Thursday afternoon. You're already jam packed. Your head's hurting a little bit. We'll have a members meeting reception on Thursday. We'd love, everybody's invited. More than welcome to come by. Have a couple of drinks, some snack foods, talk a little bit about what ATRA is doing and a little bit of the state of the industry. Coming in on Friday morning, we're going to start off with Steve Garrett. Steve has been a speaker with ATRA for 30 years, something like that. He's been in the industry for well over 40. He was a GM engineer, still currently to date. He's one of our top speakers that are out there speaking for ATRA. He's bringing something that I think is really important, a CAN bus operation and diagnostics. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yes. CAN bus operation, that's an area that our transmission diagnosticians scratch their head with, and with reason, with cause.
Yeah.
But it's necessary for us to know how CAN bus systems operate and how to diagnose them, especially with the elusive U codes. So, yeah, Steve is going to bring us deep into the systems and give us the translation of the language that the CAN bus systems speak so that we can get through them and diagnose where the problems are and fix them. Fix the root cause problems.
Probably the biggest key. Get the problem solved, right?
Exactly.
Right after that, if you haven't had enough of that, you'll get our good friend and instructor, probably lead instructor at Southern Illinois University, Mr. Sean Boyle. Sean is proficient in a lot of different electronics, a lot of different transmission operation. If you've been to his location at SIU, or you've seen it virtually on our virtual training platform, it is eye-opening. It's awesome. These universities are spending a lot of money on these kids, which brings me to a point. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. Just tag that as a reminder. He's been teaching at SIU since 1997, enjoys the challenges of learning, researching, and teaching new vehicle technologies to our younger students that are coming into the game. So he's going to be covering shift anatomy of modern transmissions. And if you saw last year's class at Expo, you're in for a treat because this is part 2. Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, we're going behind the scenes with this, behind the engineering into the reality of what's happening, electronics versus hydraulics versus mechanics in this transmission. So Sean, man, he amazes me every single time. He's actually put hydraulic hoses up to the inside the transmission to actually see what's happening with the clutches versus the commands, which we can watch on a graphing scope. And he's going to show exactly how these transmissions physically shift relative to the electronic commands. And it will amaze you how you can look at data and predict when there's going to be a good shift versus a bad shift. And again, he's going to take you behind the scenes. He's going to take the valve back and let us all see what's going on behind the magic box, if you will. So that's going to be very, very interesting. I'm excited. You got to be there to see this.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. 10:30, we've got our good friend Pepe Torres. This will be a Spanish-speaking class, and it's Vámonos Recio. Is that how you say it?
Vámonos Recio.
Recio. Okay, there we go. Pepe is local here to South Texas. He's a professional in the automatic transmission specialist and systems. He has a vast hands-on experience. If you're in the Brotherhood, you're on Facebook, you've seen Pepe posting. He is one of our very good friends, has a lot of good intel. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this class. tell us a little bit about it, but then I'm also going to have Jonathan come in here a little bit later and go through and talk to you guys in Spanish about this particular course for our Spanish speakers. But tell us a little bit about that class.
Okay. This is a Spanish class. Vámonos, Recio. Let's go strong. Basically, let's do it with confidence. Basically, it's going through a streamlined approach for diagnosing. It's centering on two different transmissions, very popular ones that are kind of difficult to diagnose, the 8L90 and the 68 RFE transmissions. And he's going to give a streamlined approach because, again, these units have been out long enough where they have pattern failures. So there's going to be a pattern diagnostic process that you can follow to get the mainstream problems as well as catch the subtle issues that might arise so that you don't miss anything in the diagnostic process and you're not wasting a lot of time. So he's focusing on diagnostics, efficiency, getting to the root cause.
Time is money.
Definitely.
Talked about that again.
Definitely.
So that's going to end our Friday. So Friday after that last class, that will happen at 12:30. We'll break for lunch. We've got a great lunch activity for you. I'll get up, talk a little bit. We'll introduce our keynote speaker, Kit Lindsay, who's going to have a great message for us. What would I tell my 25-year-old self? Then we'll have a wonderful lunch. Then we'll go and open up the trade show. We'll get to see the entire, all of our suppliers and our vendors and the trade show as it sits. So that'll be a great Friday. Then Friday afternoon, we will have our Friday evening, I say, our reception that our friends at WIT will be sponsoring, and it'll be a giddy up, ho down type of thing. So we'll look forward to that. Check out your Gears magazine. By the way, if you don't have Gears magazine, get into Gears at gearsmagazine.com. There's your pitch. Okay. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Pepe Torres is coming back. He's going to be doing an English class. Again, if you've seen Blame It on the Tuner 1, here comes Blame It on the Tuner Part 7. Talk to us about that.
All right. Part 7 takes us a little bit further down the road here. We're looking at tested tricks, tips, and modifications for the popular heavy-duty units now, the 10L1000, 10R140, and the 6R140 applications. So again, these units are out there and they are failing, yep. And we have to make them stronger. Yep. That's what we do. And he's going to bring us some very important tips to make them so you can put them on the road confidently and they will last. And also there's a bonus section he's going to have for 8L90 for stock performance type rebuild tips as well.
Nice. Again, if you have any questions or comments during this presentation, please just post them in the chat bot there, and Jonathan could motion to us to answer any of those questions you may have. Saturday morning, our very good friend, longtime speaker, longtime Expo speaker, huge supporter and partner and friend of mine and an ATRA, John Parmenter. John is a rebuilder, shop owner in Long Island, New York. ASC certified master. Shop handles a large volume of dealer warranty work. He's also a technical advisor for Precision International and handles tech service calls as well as answering questions for Precision International's website. If you don't know who John Parmenter is, you haven't been in the industry long enough. So let's put it that way. He's one of the top speakers in the world. And so John's going to be bringing us, once again, fixes from the builder's bench, real-world techniques, real-world problems. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, yes. John always delivers the goods. And kudos to John. Shout out to you, John. Man, I'm excited as far as what he has in store for us. It's always the latest and greatest, getting us from diagnosis to delivery very quickly on some challenging problems. And he's got a lot to share again this time. So,
awesome.
Again, that's you got to be there to see it. He's definitely not going to disappoint.
That's right. That's right. For our Spanish classes on Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock, there'll be a Spanish class on understanding the 6L80 diagnosis, data, and practical perspectives. So I'll have Jonathan talk to us a little bit more about that, but do you have any insight on that?
Well, we had the English, the special speaker that we have. He had an English version, and
Uh-huh.
this is going to be the Spanish version as well, where we're going to go through PIDs, readings, scan data, and a smart test drive with a scanner in hand,
Got it.
so that we can get to the root cause very quickly and not waste time.
Got it. Awesome. Also, our friend from ZF, Francisco Moreno, will be. Is he also duplicating? Okay, so he'll be doing a Spanish session on his diagnosing the ZF transmission. So same thing that he did with his friend Brian. He's going to come back and do it in a Spanish session.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Exactly.
That's Saturday. That wraps up Saturday. So Sunday. Oh wait. Oh, thank you for reminding me, you guys. Saturday. Saturday, we are going to be holding a job fair for every college, every school, every trade school that is located here locally in Texas. Locally meaning from the tip of Texas, the Oklahoma area, all the way down to the border of Mexico, east to the Louisiana border, and then back over to the New Mexico border. So we are going to cross the entire state of Texas. We're inviting all students and anybody that's in a technical college, anybody that's in a university, a state, even the high school programs that have automotive programs. We're inviting them to come, drop off their resumes. We'll have their badge will have a future of the industry badge tag, so you'll be able to identify them or for who they are. These are prospects. We're going to invite as many as we can, up to 500 if we can get them. We'll have resumes there for them. If you are interested in getting some new blood, come by the registration area, pick up a resume packet that we'll put together for you on Saturday. They'll also be able to go into the trade show floor, talk with all the suppliers, talk with all the vendors, get to know these guys a little bit more. We need to promote our industry, and this is a great way of doing it. So we know that St. Philip's College is already they're local here to San Antonio. They are going to be there. Victor Aguilera is one of the lead instructors there. He'll be there as well, along with, I think there's John, or I don't remember who the other guy's name is, but forgive me for butchering your name, brothers. We'll definitely see you there. But the opportunity is going to be there to gain some information from these students, get their resumes, interview them, hopefully hire them, and get some new blood into your shop if you're looking for that. So that was the announcement for Saturday. Sunday, two things that are happening on Sunday in the technical area. One is an industry roundtable discussion. Now, this discussion, Keith and I have been going back and forth with it. This is an open discussion. This is kind of like Facebook Live, if you will, right? Everybody that's there, anybody that's there, we're going to discuss the latest and greatest things that are happening in the industry and get some feedback from y'all about what can we do to make the industry better. What do you guys need to make your shops better, your day-to-day better? How is it that we can improve? Just a general discussion on the industry as a whole. We've heard a lot of comments about fatigue, shops leaving and then other shops absorbing their work. We have a new platform called Fuel. It's a fuel up with virtual training solutions powered by ATRA. Also fuel your career with virtual training solutions powered by ATRA. Fuel is a brand new concept that ATRA is bringing to you for your mental well-being. It's a great way to fill your soul, fill your mind, clear your head, get ready for your day-to-day tasks, along with gaining that technical information that you've come to know and love from our virtual training solutions. So I think that'll be a great addition in addition to. That will be coming to you here in the next couple of days, believe it or not. Also, we'll be launching our brand new ATRA app. So you'll go to the Apple App Store or your Google Play or your Android, and you can download the ATRA app along with the Fuel Inc. app or My Fuel app. So Wednesday, returning from Wednesday going into Sunday, Drake and Jimmy will be doing their class on Sunday from 10:30 to 12:30. So if you missed them on Wednesday, you came in Thursday, now you got the opportunity to see them on Sunday. Next week, we will be covering the management sessions for the Powertrain EXPO. Really excited about our management sessions that we have this year. It kind of correlates with what we've been hearing in the industry as far as fatigue and how to be a better service writer, how to communicate with your customers. So we think this will be a great opportunity for all of our center managers, all of our front end guys, and our owners to gather some more information on our management sessions for Powertrain EXPO, September 3rd through September 7th. Whew!
Excited.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's about it.
All right, man. Well, listen, it's been great to speak with you guys today. And once again, we look forward to serving you. It's a great day to fix transmissions. So
Let's get started.
all right.